That's right. Tonight, in front of all your TV viewers, you're gonna see me, Bam Bam Bigelow, destroy Steve Williams for the heavyweight title. Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm not holding back. Anything goes. Your history, Williams.
It's like this. There's a lot of concentration in the locker room. It's a lot of silence. You know why? Tonight's the night. The Big Daddy, let me tell you, it's for the big belt. Bam Bam Bigelow against Dr. Death. You people seen it. You've seen he's got my attention. Now, he's got to face the man who's going to be wearing the gold around his belt. You people all over the world, Japan, Germany, Russia, and here in the good states. Dr. Death, it doesn't matter what it takes. I'll fireman's carry you. I'll Oklahoma stampede you. Hey, Polly, when they feel the stampede, it's all over.
We are coming live from the Manatee Civic and Convention Center in Palmetto, Florida, just south of Tampa. Tonight, the Universal Wrestling Federation proudly presents Beach Brawl. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Ricco. I will be your host tonight for this wrestling extravaganza. Tonight's the night. In the ring right outside, we'll find out who will wear the $100,000 Sports Channel Television Championship belt. Will it be Steve Dr. Death Williams, or will it be the behemoth Bam Bam Bigelow? We'll find out tonight. This is our first journey into pay-per-view. We'll hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy. This should be a night to remember. Coming joining me to my right now is the president of the Universal Wrestling Federation, Herb Abrams. Herb has with him the UWF Sports Channel Championship belt. Herb, it's a beauty, and it's been a long time in coming.
Brian, I'm elated. I'm pumped up. I hope all the wrestling fans across the country are all excited about this great championship match, because tonight, Bam Bam Bigelow or Steve Dr. Death Williams will become the first ever UWF Sports Channel Television Champion.
Now, the winner will have survived the elimination tournament, which has been taking place in various arenas across the country. And Herb, do you have a prediction? Bam Bam or Steve?
Brian, I'm going to go with the Doc.
So Herb Abrams going with Steve Dr. Death Williams. We'll also have our first ever ladies championship match tonight as Candy Devine takes on Rockin' Robin. We'll also have a very, very special Captain Lou's Corner, so don't you go away. It should be exciting. And it is now my pleasure to introduce the announcers for tonight's match, my colleague, Craig DeGeorge, and the living legend of professional wrestling, Bruno Sammartino. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Brian Ricco, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Beach Brawl. Craig DeGeorge with, as always, the living legend of wrestling, Bruno Sammartino. And after weeks and months of build-up, the Beach Brawl is here, Bruno. We've got a ringside seat, and we're ready for the action.
We sure are. We're here, and I'll tell you, I think that the fans are really going to be treated. It's going to be a great show, and that main event is going to be something to be remembered.
Variety of matches as well. By the way, Johnny Ace will be wrestling in for an ailing Don Morocco against Terry Gordy. We've got the ladies' championship match, 3 tag team matches. Probably the highlight there would be John Tolos in a cage some 30 feet above the ring as he looks down on Orton and Cactus Jack against Wet and Wild.
That's going to be interesting, because Tolos, he's going to try to do anything and everything he can to interfere. Of course, he's going to be in his cage. Does he have anything up his sleeves? We'll just have to wait and see.
Yes, we will. The strap match, of course, as well, with Paul Orndorff and Colonel De Beers. And, of course, the main event, Bam Bam Bigelow, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Frank E. standing by right now with Bam Bam.
I'm in the dressing room with the 395 New Jersey native Bam Bam Bigelow, who will be later on this evening going up against Steve Dr. Death Williams for the title belt. Bam Bam, certainly the biggest night of your career. What have you done to prepare for this match?
Well, Frankie, I've done a lot of things. I've trained hard, I've studied hard, and basically, most of all, I just been keeping my ground and going to stick with a game plan that's strong, very, very precision, and it's just going to be an awesome night for me at the Beach Brawl.
Can you tell us, are there any special surprises that you may have in store for Dr. Death?
Well, everybody knows that the Bam Bam Bigelow, myself, I have a lot of surprises. I have a lot of mobility, Joe-ability, and ho-ability. I've got it all, and tonight there's going to be a lot of things that people never seen before. I've got a new outfit. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go, Frankie.
What would you say motivates you the most tonight for the Sports Channel Television Championship?
Well, along with the championship, you get the money, and when you get more money, you get happy. So I'm shooting for the cash. I want the title. The longer I keep the title, the more money I make, the happy my family is.
Well, before we go away, I understand your son Shane is celebrating a birthday today.
Yes, today's my son's 3rd birthday, and I'm going to win it for him.
Not don't know if Dr. Death Steve Williams has mobility, but he certainly does have determination tonight. He got by perhaps some of the toughest matches in the elimination tournament. And Bruno, you said a few weeks ago that you like him to win the match against Bigelow for the championship.
There's no question it's going to be a real tough match, Craig, because, you know, we have a big man over 400 pounds, of course, in Bam Bam Bigelow, but Williams is looking sharp. He looks hungry. He's determined to take this belt, and I don't know if he can be stopped.
There's the word hungry, like he's getting out of that dressing room and going onto the football field like he did at the University of Oklahoma. Steve Williams has been a champion across the world, but tonight he goes for the UWF Sports Channel Championship.
This is the other man vying for the Sports Channel Television Championship belt, Steve Dr. Death Williams. A lot of secrecy in your camp this week. Have you got any kind of special surprises for Bam Bam Bigelow?
There ain't no surprise. No surprises. I ain't pulling anything out of my sleeve. Bam Bam Bigelow, you're stepping in the squared circle with a true champion. Now, Daddy, you have to deal with it.
You are a great competitor, as everyone knows, but can you tell us what is the motivating factor here tonight? We know that Bam Bam slid into this championship with Cactus Jack bowing out of his match. What motivates you, and what's going to bring you over the top?
You know something? It looks like everybody's got to go behind me or stab me in the back to get to the top. Well, you know something? I'm standing on top of the world. UWF, New Japan, All Japan, everywhere around the world knows. Dr. Death, when he walks in a room, everybody knows that something, excitement in the air is going to happen. Now, Bam Bam Bigelow, that's right, there ain't no surprises. One-on-one, whatever it takes, an arm drag, fireman's carry, put you in the guillotine. Right, 1, 2, 3, an Oklahoma Stampede, Daddy. That's what it's going to take.
Strong words from a strong man. Who's going to win? You decide.
And there'll be no stabbing in the back tonight. These two men will meet in the squared circle tonight. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind extravaganza. Who do you think's going to win? Bam Bam Bigelow, he's been tough. Steve Dr. Death Williams, they've both survived the elimination tournament. They both will meet. That match is coming up a little bit later on. We also want to tell you that tonight, the Beach Brawl is being shot and will be available in video. Stay tuned. We'll give you a number where you can get your copy of the official Beach Brawl video. Also, the Beach Brawl program, the program that is sold in this arena tonight, is also available. We'll have a number that you can call a little bit later on. Well, let's get things underway. This should be an exciting night of professional wrestling. Let's go back to ringside. Craig DeGeorge and Bruno Sammartino.
And thank you very much once again, Brian Ricco, Craig DeGeorge, the living legend. We are ringside and ready for our first match in this historic Beach Brawl.